following is a presentation of the National Sim Racing League of America. Enjoy the race. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 28 in season number 7 of the NRLOA Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway for the Motor Racing Outreach 401. This, a 55 lap race here around this 1.479 mile speedway in Rockingham, England. Over in the United Kingdom, the only overseas race of the season. It's always traditional to have this race at the end of the season as well. Have only 3 races left before we're crowned a champion. It's going to play a major part into this championship. Alongside Trey Wright, Elijah Gordon has a 50-point lead coming into this race. But we've seen in past events here at Rockingham, a lot of wrecks occur, so you got to survive them. What do you do if you're Elijah Gordon to survive the carnage that might happen here today?
Well, first off, cheers from across the pond, everybody. But yeah, definitely, I mean, this track is like a mini Talladega. Turn 1 has been Calamity Corner in years past. We see it every year. There's always wrecks here. It's kind of like a mini Talladega, chaos-wise. And we're in for a scorcher. 94 degrees outside. Track's going to be hot and slick. Cars are going to be sliding around, beating and banging. It's just try and survive. And just, I don't know.
That's all there is to it. Try and survive. Of course, Elijah Gordon, like I said, has that 50-point lead coming into this event, so he can play it safe here today. The thing is, if he finishes last, he's not going to be able to play it safe at Phoenix. I can tell you that much. So they line up in the points coming into today's event. Elijah Gordon, 2,250 points towards the championship. Stuart Gratton is 50 points behind in the number 25. He's the closest guy to Elijah Gordon in the points, and pretty much the only other guy within a reasonable contention of the championship. You get Diego Yepes, who's 73 points behind. He still has a shot, and Brad Stover, 75 points behind. But then you get to John Stewart, 83 points behind. Cody Sill, 86. Roger Ray, 88 points behind. Justin Heath, 111 points behind. Nicholas Amideo, 129. And Michael Canto, 153. Those guys from Stewart on down, I just don't think they're going to have any reasonable chance of winning the championship. But we're just going to have to see what happens. Of course, there's also a race win at stake, too. Winning a Chick-fil-A Cup Series race is a pretty big deal. And all these guys want to do it, so we'll have to see who gets it done. We got Josh crashing on the pole alongside Diego Yepes. Let's go ahead, get these guys fired up from the Rockingham Motor Speedway for the Motor Racing Outreach 401, race 28 of the season in season 7 of the NRLOA Chick-fil-A Cup Series.
Drivers, start your engines!
And a great command there to fire these guys up for the 28th time this season. Like I said, it's Josh Crash on the pole, uncharted driver for Friesen Motorsports. I think he came close to winning here in Season 5. I can't quite remember. I said that he won in qualifying when he didn't, which means that he probably came close one year. He's alongside the highest chase driver starting in the field, Diego Yepes in the 32. 73 behind Gordon, still with an oddball shot at the championship. His teammate Aaron Walpole will be starting alongside chase driver Cody Sill, who won at Chicagoland earlier. Daniel McMillan there alongside Cameron Garlington, Blaine Keys, and Brad Stover's been doing a great job in qualifying all season. 75 behind Garrison Orr and Justin Knight. A lot of veterans starting up front. There's Nicholas Amideo, chase driver in the 24. Stuart Gratton That's a big one right there. We're going to focus on him quite a bit throughout the day. He is starting 16th. And he's starting 8 positions ahead of this guy, Elijah Gordon, in the number 5, who is our points leader, starting 24th. But on the outside lane, there's John Stewart. Roger Ray's back here. Justin Heath as well. We saw Canto a little farther up through the field in this one. But those guys pretty much out of contention for the championship, unfortunately. Josh Crash and Diego Pez on the front row. Let's see who gets it done here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Definitely a very unique track. They're going to be slipping and sliding all over the place. Oh yeah, and there's also going to be some pit stops. Let's see who gets it done. Josh Crash and Diego Pez on the front row. We're green flag racing in England. Lap 1, led by Aaron Walpole in the number 34. Here comes McMillan on the inside in the 75. He's going to take second away from Josh Crash. Blaine Keys in the 64. Really haven't talked about him. What? What's going on? Oh, and a huge wreck! That is involving, I think, John Arndt in the 05 and not Elijah Gordon. Matt Dalio. Junk in the 79. And I think Christian Vargas as well, Roger Ray, Patrick Smith, Justin Heath, Hairgel Arvin Alonso, Richard Kinghart. Oh, and more damage. Matthew Phillips, Isaac Nichols, John Stewart. Check in on Elijah Gordon. He might have gotten a piece of it. I don't see any damage on that machine, so that's a good sign right there. Tristan Allen in the 2. That's going to take out a good quarter of the field here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Lap 3 right now. Aaron Walpole and the rest of the field. No, just Aaron Walpole and Blaine Keys coming down the pit lane. That's going to relinquish the lead over to the number 75 of Daniel McMillan. So the strategy begins here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Big one there. Gratton does get out of it. And Gordon also gets out of it, but Gordon's staying out, so he must not have gotten any damage from it. So we'll have to see how that all went down. But a lot of drivers involved. And a huge accident there to bring out the first caution of the race. McMillan is going to be the leader once we restart. We'll take a peek and see who wins the race off the pit lane here. Pole sitter Josh Crash also coming down. And Blaine Keys wins it off in the 64, and not too many guys stayed out right there. I say about 10, and Elijah Gordon was one of them. He wants to get that track position. We'll have to see if that works out for him. Either way, let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the first caution. It was such a big crash, I thought we had 2 cautions in there. Well, we'll see what happened in the first caution of the race here in the Motor Racing Outreach 401 from the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Well, this is definitely not Hairgel Arvin Alonso's favorite place. Last year, he got dumped. This year, he gets dumped. Luke Rainey in the 12 slides up, exiting 1. And that was the trouble spot we were all focusing on. And this is early in the race, too. They're all bunched up. Beginning of lap 2. Richard Kinghart there. Alonso comes back up into Tristan Allen. Look at how close, though, Elijah Gordon comes to getting involved in this accident. And he is right behind Tristan Allen. Look at these guys come up. Andrew Miller in the 7. Do not ask me how Elijah Gordon avoids major calamity in this one. John Stewart and Isaac Nichols. Oh my goodness. You know, I said Elijah Gordon can play it safe, and he really did in this accident. He didn't touch anything, and he was right in the thick of it. But other than that, there is so much beyond that. You got Roger Ray, Patrick Smith, Richard Kinghart, Justin Heath, Ace Garcia, Alonso there. I think Alonso came up on these guys. Our last winner, Christian Vargas, is parked on the outside wall, and John Arndt, our Darlington winner. That's just unfortunate for a lot of those guys. I mean, Stewart involved. Heath involved, Roger Ray. They were all pretty much out of the championship. This will definitely make them out of the championship here at Rockingham.
Well, Herschel Arvin Alonso is definitely not going to like this track. This is the exact same spot he got dumped last year. And then he goes up high, and look at Elijah Gordon just get by this. Like the opening sequence of the movie Cars, where Lightning McQueen just gets through all of the wreck unscathed. And he's still in this thing, so really, really close call for that 5 team.
I mean, there have been a couple of calls for Elijah Gordon. It was him and Tristan Allen at Kansas that caused the only accident in that race. So Elijah Gordon got right into Tristan Allen. He could have easily gotten involved in that wreck. And you know, I was looking, when we were first looking at the replay, I thought Elijah Gordon got into Tristan Allen to cause the accident. That would have been 2 weeks in a row, but Elijah Gordon gets away from that one just cleanly. He's going to be in the top 10. We're going to review that one more time following with Elijah Gordon because it's just amazing what he did to get out of that one. On board with Elijah Gordon, his helmet cam for this accident, and you can see all these guys who are going to wreck around him. It happens right in front of him, has to react to it. And you're going to see in his rearview mirror as well, it all become a huge accident right in front of him as well. All those drivers getting involved. But hey, everybody's safe on that number 5 team, and that's all they need for this championship to be there. So we'll have to see what happens as this race goes along. Daniel McMillan leads the field in the Motor Racing Outreach 401. Let's get to the restart here at Rockingham. We are back here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway for the Motor Racing Outreach 401. Daniel McMillan is the leader. Garlington, Diego Yepez, Chase Shriver, Cody Sill, Jonathan Wong, Stuart Gratton, Michael Cantor, Nicholas Samadio, Alexander Rowe, Justin Roberts, Elijah Gordon, top 11. A lot of Chase drivers in the top 11. Guys getting knocked out include William Brock, Matthew Phillips, Patrick Smith, Matt Gallio, Roger Ray, Justin Heath, and John Art. 35 on the lead lap here. The Rockingham Motor Speedway, and a great jump for Daniel McMillan on the restart. Garlington in second. Yepez trying to get around him. Diego Yepez is still going for his first career Napa fan victory, I do believe. Completely forgot about the IndyCar races. I don't know if he had won IndyCar or not. We haven't recorded that yet, but either way, Yepez going for his first career Napa fan win here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. He might get it done today. He's running in the 3rd position. Cody Sill running 4th. Gratton is 6th. That's a big one right there. Elijah Gordon, though, is 11th. So definitely not too much to be gained by Stuart Gratton. The way they're currently running, it'd be 45 points entering Phoenix for Stuart Gratton to catch up to Elijah Gordon. Still enough to possibly win the championship, but it's going to take a lot if Gratton's going to have any chance this season. Daniel McMillan holding on to the lead. Garlington, Yepez, Cody Sill. Number 75, McMillan, going for his 3rd career Chick-fil-A Cup Series victory. He won at the other Rockingham this season in North Carolina. So, have to see if he can hold off Garlington. But Garlington's going to dive right to the inside and take the lead away. Here comes Yepez for 2nd. Cody Sill going to draft with a 32. Will Yepez get to the inside of Garlington? No. Garlington going to stay out front in the number 13.
This is great racing, and I also would like to bring up that since 9/11 is the anniversary of 9/11 is this next week, on lap 11 we will be having a silent lap in honor of those almost 3,000 innocent people who died on that horrible day.
Diego Yepez to the inside of Cameron Garlington. He's going to take the lead away on lap 10. Comes Cody Sill in the 37. It's going to be 2 Chase drivers, 1-2. Gratton is going to be 6th. Elijah Gordon now in the 10th position. And like you said, Trey, going to be silent here on lap number 11 to honor those fallen. Is it 18 years ago? And the caution has come out here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway for the 2nd time. And it looks like Blaine Keys went around in the 64. Diego Yepez in the 32 is the leader. And they're going to come down the pit lane right here. Cody Sill, Cameron Garlington, Daniel McMillan, Jonathan Wong, and Stuart Gratton. And everybody's coming down here, so those guys who came down that first time, like Walpole and Blaine Keys, actually won the race off the pit lane that last time, by the way. They're not going to be on a good strategy, but they are still up front. We'll have to see if they move their way through the field. But here comes Yepes coming down. Some contact on the pit lane between McMillan and Cameron Garlington. And these are really tight pit stalls here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Yepes will win the race off. He will remain the leader. Cody Sill, Jonathan Wong, and Daniel McMillan. We do apologize. We were going to go silent. The caution came out. We'll go silent on the first lap after the restart. But there is Diego Yepes, the leader here at Rockingham. Let's see what happened to Blaine Keys to bring out the second caution of the race here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. So lap 10 of the event here. Blaine Keys in the 64. Not a very opportune time for that to happen, right in front of Nicholas Samadillo. And Blaine Keys drives up into the wall to just avoid everybody here. Actually, he tried to turn in the corner, and Samadillo actually got into him and pushed him up the racetrack. Samadillo went around. Good save there by the 24, I'll say that much. But Blaine Keys here in the 64, hitting that outside wall, bringing out the caution. I think that was it. I don't think anybody hit him afterwards, so could have been avoided, but not really, because can't really help a blown engine. Tough break for Blaine Keys and Wade Enterprises. Get the idea what happened right there. We'll get to the restart with Diego Yepes leading the field here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. And the Motor Racing Outreach 401. And we are back here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway for the Motor Racing Outreach 401. Diego Yepes, chase driver, trying to gain something on Elijah Gordon here. Is the race leader, trying to get his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. Cody Sill is second right behind him. Jonathan Wong, Daniel McMillan, Cameron Garlington, Stuart Gratton, Justin Roberts, Aaron Walpole, Michael Canto, Elijah Gordon. The top 10. And Blaine Keys knocked out after that accident. We're going to remain silent here to honor the victims of 9/11. Yepes will hold on. Jonathan Wong in the 39 to second to the inside of Cody Sill. A power move there by the Tanker Motorsports driver. Not sure if Tanker's going to be returning next year. Haven't really heard much from their owner. So we'll have to see. I can guarantee you American's going to be back next year. Ain't that right, Trey?
Definitely. American Motorsports will be returning next year, hopefully with the same driver lineup.
Well, we'll have to see. You guys can keep Sinor and Walpole automatically. And if Yepes wins the championship, you could keep all three automatically. So we'll have to see how it all goes down for you guys. But either way, pretty calm up front. But look at this. Elijah Gordon. The cream rises to the top every time. And Elijah Gordon is that cream right there. 8th right now, right behind Stuart Gratton. The guy closest to him in the points, 50 behind. Elijah Gordon has been the highest chase driver to finish in each of the past 3 races. And he's on the verge of becoming the highest chase driver in this race. That's 4 straight races where you beat 9 other guys consistently. That screams championship right there for Elijah Gordon. You just can't beat him. And with this race here, if he can finish where he's currently running, it's not going to be completely over. Phoenix is a wacky place too, but it's just going to make it even more difficult for Gratton. And it's not like Gratton's done anything wrong during this chase either. He's done a pretty good job. I mean, 200 points in just a few races, 7 races, and he's in the positions he's in right now because of the consistency. So we'll have to see if there's going to be any shot for him. Cody Sill hopes that there's still a shot. Yepez still hopes that there's a shot. They're up here running for the win right now. There goes Cody Sill to the inside, almost 4 wide for the lead there. Justin Roberts in the 83. He checked it up perfectly to make sure he didn't hit Jonathan Wong right there. And here's a guy looking for his 3rd win of the season. We've been talking about a guy getting their 3rd win of the season here and it being a big deal. It's yet to happen. We've gotten 6 or 7 2-time winners, but not 1 3-time winner. Well, Justin Roberts, he won Armory Digital in Riverside this season. He's going for number 3. We'll have to see if he can do so in the 83, trying to close in on Cody Sill. Yepez gets by, and Gratton's trying to keep the 5 behind him, but he's moving the 5 up through the field. And Elijah Gordon up to the 5th position here at Rockingham.
Yeah, these guys definitely want to get away from each other. I mean, Gratton wants to get away from Elijah Gordon so he can score points, and Gordon wants to get away from Gratton so he can enhance that cushion. So this is going to be an interesting battle for the championship, definitely.
Well, here he comes, Elijah Gordon to the inside of Stuart Gratton. That is going to be for the 5th position, and Gordon has it. Actually, that's for the 4th position. So Elijah Gordon, we had 4 chase drivers in the top 5 right there. And the one guy who isn't is going for the lead. Justin Roberts to the inside of Cody Sill. Roberts is going to take it away easily from the 37, and here comes Gordon. His final Chick-fil-A Cup Series season, and I can pretty much guarantee you that this team will return next season. Maybe not. I don't know what's going on over on that side. If you asked me a couple months ago, I'd say they'd be returning, but now I'm not so sure. We'll just have to see. But either way, Elijah Gordon is on the verge of getting his 2nd straight Chick-fil-A Cup Series championship. He's not going to clinch it here today, but he could clinch it next week at Phoenix. That's how good he's been in these last few races. Yepez, though, wants to get his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. Pushing Justin Roberts past Cody Sill. There goes Gordon for 3rd on the 37. Going nowhere but up for Elijah Gordon Incorporated. And to the point, Diego Yepez to the inside of Justin Roberts. Some pretty good racing here. The Rockingham Motor Speedway.
Definitely, and Elijah Gordon, you got the Jaws theme playing. He definitely wants that 2nd championship. If he wins the championship, 2 things in Chick-fil-A Cup Series history will be accomplished. 1, multiple championships, and 2, back-to-back championships. So some history could be made if Gordon does win this championship.
Yes. The closest driver ever to win back-to-back championships in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series was Matt Delio, season 4, and he finished 2nd in season number 5 to Tyler Selsman. And he almost passed him on the final lap there. Matt Delio wishes that was him, but right now it's looking like it might be Elijah Gordon. Up to 2nd, however, he slipped up there a little bit, and Cody Sill's got a fast car, and look at how far ahead Diego Yepez was that time by. Quite a bit of a gap there for the 32, and here comes Sill, putting Elijah Gordon on the outside. Now, that's not where you want to be at a place like this. The outside does not work well, and Elijah Gordon is hoping that he doesn't get stuck up there. He can stay on the inside, and looky here at who is running 5th. That is Alexander Rowe, the defending winner of this race, who has found himself to the inside of Elijah Gordon. What a run for Alexander Rowe here today at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. He's going to go back-to-back at this place. He's winless this season. He'd like to get a win before the season's out. No question about it.
Definitely. Alexander Rowe, we have hardly talked about him this season. He's just been kind of a C-grade driver in the middle of the pack, but he's definitely up here. He definitely wants to get this win and reclaim his title as the king of overseas racing.
Definitely. Behind Jonathan Wong, Cody Sill right now, as Yepez continues to lead. It's been a really good race for this number 32. The race to lose for Diego Yepez here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Elijah Gordon on the inside in 5th. Gratton not too far behind, however, and you can see him right there running in the 10th position. So only 4 positions in between Gordon and Gratton. That'd be 54 points heading into Phoenix. We'll have to see what Phoenix brings. Jonathan Wong looking on Cody Sill. I think they're closing in on Tristan Allen here. This could get a little interesting if Yepez hits him at the perfect time. That's going to be a problem, and Yepez will not get around him, and that'll allow Jonathan Wong to close in. I think Alex NRLOA has a fast race car. He's going to move to the inside of Cody Sill for third right there. Elijah Gordon's right here as well. Now we still are going to have at least one more set of pit stops in this race. If not, maybe two. I think it's still a two-stop race from here. But either way, Elijah Gordon Incorporated, they've got some pretty good pit crew members. So we'll have to see if they can execute well on the next set of pit stops. He's to the inside of Cody Sill. That is for fourth. And he would be the second highest chase driver in the field if he gets around him right here, which he will. And Alex NRLOA did not get off the corner too well. And Yepez is coming down. Cycle of pit stops beginning here at Rockingham.
This could be the beginning of strategy play. Yepez coming down. Also, Daniel McMillan and Cameron Garlington. They're going to try and play the same strategy game that Yepez is playing and see where this takes them.
Yeah, getting those fresh tires just one lap early gives you a pretty good advantage, and Yepez trying to hold on to that lead. That is the smart decision. However, we've seen it so many times this season where a caution has come out during a green flag set of pit stops. Other than the first wreck, it's been a pretty clean race. I mean, the second caution was only because a car blew up, so I think they're going to race it clean. We'll get this set of green flag pit stops in, hopefully. I'm telling you, this season has definitely been a headache for a lot of drivers in that department. Diego Yepez is going to go a lap down here if Alex NRLOA surpasses him, but that's not going to happen. Alex NRLOA currently holding on to the lead. Actually, it will happen. Alex NRLOA, he's getting held up there by Diego Yepez. And, that's kind of strategy play there by Yepez. Trying to hold those guys up. He's coming off the pit lane that slows those guys down so they're not in contention for the win later on. Teammates coming down. Alex NRLOA and pole sitter Josh Crash. Brad Stover's going to stay out and lead a lap here in the 99, but you don't get any bonus points for leading a lap in this series, so not that that matters, but Stover trying to play some strategy here, trying to get on the opposite end of Elijah Gordon. And currently 75 behind coming into this thing. There's Elijah Gordon in the 5. Look at how that all lined up. I don't think McMillan is the leader. I think it is Jonathan Wong, but Yepez going to drive to the inside. But look at where Elijah Gordon fell in place right there. Third, and now he's going to take second away from the 39. What a run for Elijah Gordon here at Rockingham. Just like Talladega, I mean, he kept himself out of all the wrecks, and he got the win at Talladega. Here he is at Rockingham looking for his second win of the chase. If we were to win this thing, I'm telling you, it's going to be something to see him possibly pull this off. However, I'm wondering if Gratton got out ahead of him here. I just don't know. Ticker's not updating. Stover's still out there. And we have quite a few guys who have yet to come down. I think Yepez is ahead of all these guys, and that is a heartbreaker for Gratton if that's in fact the case, because I think he's on the tail end now. Poor pit stop there for Stuart Gratton, I do believe. And in fact, it was. So Gratton on the tail end of the lead lap as Elijah Gordon runs third, and that effectively seals it. And here comes Elijah Gordon for the lead. You just can't stop him. Lap 32 of 55, trying to get to the inside of Diego Yepez for the lead. Yepez is going to hold on. Yepez wants this win, but he's going to get held up by Gratton, and here comes the number 5 to the inside. He's going to take it away off at turn number 1 and clear the 32.
He is just unstoppable. That's the only word that can describe Elijah Gordon. Unstoppable.
No question about it. It's been an unstoppable chase for this number 5 team. And he's now the highest chase driver in the field once again to be 4 straight races. And the yellow has come out for the 3rd time. Oh brother.
That's not good.
Never ends for Michael Canto. Yet again. Junk for the number 15 team. They were on the inside wall right there. And you know what? Fuel window's about 20 laps on a 1.5 miles. I don't know what it is here. I think Stuart Gratton is going to stay on the lead lap here. So he's actually still in the clear. He was able to stay ahead of Elijah Gordon once that caution came out. So he got saved right there. And uh-oh. I don't think Yepez wants to come down the pit lane right here. But he's getting forced by Ace Garcia. And Garcia... Yepez has to commit now. He'll come back off. I think everything will be okay right there, thankfully. Cody Sills coming down. He's going to try to stretch it. All these guys are going to have to make another stop. All these guys staying out, but Cody Sills going to try to make it to the end, I think. We'll have to see if that's the case for him. But Michael Canto, complete junk in the number 15. But guess who's the leader? It's Elijah Gordon. Opposite end of the spectrum in the chase right there. Quite an amazing season it has been so far for him. But it's not over yet. A lot can happen between now and the end of this thing. You never know when Yepes can just clear him out exiting 1. That would definitely be interesting. But either way, let's go ahead and review something that was interesting. Michael Canto flipping on the wall here at Rockingham for the 3rd caution of the race in the Motor Racing Outreach 401. Well, Michael Canto, you see him here in the number 15. I think he gets cleared by Nicholas Samadillo. Samadillo in the perfect position to clip him. And he does, right off the corner right there. And Samadillo did not have him cleared. And Canto just loses it and just hits that inside wall dead on the right side. And that flips his car upside down. Not the first time we've seen a barrel roll here at Rockingham. And not the first time Michael Canto has been involved in an accident during the chase. As a matter of fact, only 2 events, I do believe, he has not been involved in an accident. Of the 8 we have had so far, 75% of the chase, Michael Canto has gone to the garage. I just don't know. And you know why he was on the wall is because the track is built that they can't go over that wall. So that's the result of that one with Michael Canto.
Turn 1 strikes again. Just the wrong place at the wrong time for Michael Canto once again. And then, oh, driver's side door, and hang on. There's a ton of flips, and then the invisible wall right there. Tough break for Michael Canto. Just really, really, really unfortunate season for that 15 team.
Given he will still finish 10th in the points, which is the top quarter of the field. So it can't be too bad for him. He made the chase. But if he didn't make the chase, he'd probably be down in the 30s at this point, the way this chase has gone for him. Hey, so here's the situation. We're going to have to make another stop in this race. But did have Cody Sill and a couple other guys come down there, so we'll have to see if they are able to stretch it. Don't know if they will, but they might be able to. But as for the rest of the field, they're going to have to come down at least one more time. Elijah Gordon, Diego Yepes, 1-2, both chase drivers. One has a long history behind him, looking for a 2nd straight championship. One's a rookie going for his first win. See if he gets it done here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. We are back here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Lap 37 of 55. We're going to restart lap 38 of 55. Elijah Gordon, Diego Yepes, Jonathan Wong, Alexander NRLOA, defending race winner here at Rockingham. Justin Roberts, Josh Crasher, pole sitter, who I don't think's led a lap yet. Cameron Garlington, Casey Hoffman has found himself in 8th. Brad Stover and Zachary Fitzwater. Stuart Gratton is on the lead lap in 28th. Last car on the lead lap here at Rockingham. Oh boy, this is the kind of situation that causes these kind of flips off of turn 1, but Yepes has somebody to his outside and Jonathan Wong, so is not able to slide up. I don't think Yepes would be dirty enough to intentionally wreck him. And he's going to let Elijah Gordon pull away a little bit. Alexander NRLOA for 3rd on Jonathan Wong.
Yeah, definitely. Cars going to the inside of others, definitely in turn 1. That is a recipe for incidents that you just saw a couple minutes ago with Michael Canto. But yeah, I don't think Diego is dirty enough to do something like that. Although we did have the Bristol incident with him and Sonora.
And Alexander NRLOA goes off inside wall for the 68. He's going to come back up the racetrack. And he's going to get right into Isaac Nichols and Trey Bartow. Garrett Sonora as well. Nowhere to go.
Speaking of Garrett Sonora, that was a huge incident. Huge impact for the every driver involved in that.
Alexander NRLOA has a right to be upset because he is a guy who had a great chance of winning this thing after winning it last year. And he just got dumped right off at turn number 1. And what that does is it creates a situation where these guys can make it to the end. They're going to come down here. Elijah Gordon, Diego Yepez, Jonathan Wong, Justin Roberts, Cameron Garlington, the top 5. I mean, Gratton's going to lose a ton here, but Yepez, if he wins this race and finishes ahead of Gordon, he'll still have a shot. He might move to second in the points after all this. But everyone's going to come down, including Cody Sill, so Cody Sill did not have enough to make it. And none of these guys are going to have enough to make it from here anyway, so everybody's going to have to come down. Elijah Gordon coming down first. Yepez, Wong, Roberts, Garlington. See who gets the race off the pit lane here.
This will be the money stop.
Ooh, a little bit of contact. But we've seen a lot of that here today. They've been doing that quite a bit. He ran into Isaac Nichols, who's right behind him. Got to be careful on this set of pit stops. It is going to be a 4-tire stop, so we'll have to see if anybody's in front of him when he's trying to come off here. And I'm wondering if he is going to win the race off, because I don't think he is. He lost a ton of positions there.
It was Jonathan Wong that won the race off pit road with Justin Roberts.
So Wong, Roberts, Yepez, Crash, Stover, Carter, Hoffman, Garlington, and then Gordon. Gordon lost 8 positions right there, and that's going to keep Yepez in the hunt. He's got to get... Actually, Yepez won the race off the pit lane. Yepez is first. So it'll be Diego Yepez leading the field with a lap car in between him and Jonathan Wong. So it's working out very well for Yepez right now. Gordon's a few positions behind. This is far from over here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. Let's go ahead and see what happened to Alexander Rowe to bring out. Oh, Yepez might have missed his pit stall. Oh my goodness. Heartbreaker for the 32 team. They must not have gotten enough fuel packed in. Either that or they missed their pit stall, and it happens here. These are very small pit stalls here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. It's hard to get into them, and there's a good chance he missed it when he was trying to come down. That's going to hand the lead over to Jonathan Wong in the 39 with Justin Roberts, Josh Crash, Brad Stover, and JoJo Carter, the top 5. And you know, Elijah Gordon's had a lot of luck out of the rest of the guys too. I mean, the seasons these guys have had during the chase have been atrocious. And I think Yepez did just completely miss his pit stall. Looks like it's going to be a normal stop for him. So yeah, they did not get in there. He had Walpole and Josh Crash who were right around him, and I think they kind of kept them from going out. Going in, I should say. He has 2 tires, but he's going to be at the end of the field. Just like that, he's out of contention. Unbelievable. Well, let's see what happened to bring out the caution and see if Diego Yepez did in fact miss his pit stall here at the Rockingham Motor Speedway. So this is what happened to Diego Yepez in the 32. And I think it's that contact right there that instigated them to change the tires on the right side. I think they might have punctured that tire when Josh Crash ran into him. And that is what happened to Diego Yepez. Absolute heartbreak for the number 32 team. Chance at victory here today. And he goes down the drain because of contact on the pit lane. Not going to be too happy with the 85. Josh Crash. He's going to have a lot of people who he's not going to be happy with. You see all the debris just splattering all over the place, and Alexander Rowe gets in the Trey Bartow, Isaac Nichols, and Garrett Zenor. Like, every veteran has been involved in something in this race. Bartow's done, Zenor's done, and Nichols is done. And Alexander Rowe. That's a heartbreaker for him. Had a shot at victory in this tough season. Not going to happen here tonight at Rockingham.
Well, I'd say Josh Crash. I'd say a couple of these drivers are going to throw him into the English Channel after this race. Just flat out dumps the 68, and this is a hard hit right here into the inside wall, and then you can see the debris going up all over the place. Thankfully, he didn't flip like Kanto did. This is going to get really ugly right here. Comes back across the racetrack into oncoming traffic. Still coming. Boom. And then watch Juan Garcia in the 6 car. Just gets by all of it. But Bartow's done. Sonora's in it. Isaac Nichols is already out. Oh, well. 6 car didn't completely miss it, but still. Lots of carnage off the first couple of turns. And Josh Crash, he might need to go and join Carl Edwards in his doomsday bunkers. He's in trouble after this one.
Talk about a bit of a surprise. Jay Jefferson is actually the leader of the race right now. I thought he was on the tail end, and in fact he isn't, as you can see. On the side right there, it's Jefferson leading the field in the number 16. We're coming to 12 laps to go with Jonathan Wong, Justin Roberts, Josh Crash, everybody's public enemy. And Brad Stover rounding out the top 5. JoJo Carter, Casey Hoffman, Garlington, and Gordon back in there. We're back to racing. 12 to go here at Rockingham. Jefferson has a bit of damage. I think he was involved in one of those accidents. And here comes Jonathan Wong to the inside. He's not going to let Jefferson stay out front too long here. Great opportunity for Jonathan Wong. Great opportunity for Justin Roberts. I think Roberts might be in the position to get this win. He's got a fast number 83 there for Hamill Racing Enterprise. He's going to try to get to the inside, and you can see these guys are slipping all over the place. It's Jesse Turner. He's moving his way through the field. Elijah Gordon's there in the 5, and here we go. Jonathan Wong, Justin Roberts now 1-2 here at Rockingham.
This is shaping up to be a great finish as Jay Jefferson, he's stuck on the outside. A little bit of contact with him and Stover.
He almost got clipped by his teammate, JoJo Carter. Here comes Casey Hotman in the 87. And Josh Crash in the 85. Our pole sitter, by the way, is now running second. Haven't really seen him much all race. Well, here he is as Justin Roberts takes the lead away from Jonathan Wong. And here we go. It's going to be the 83 crossing the line with 10 laps to go in the Motor Racing Outreach 401. Will Roberts get his 3rd win of the season here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series Season 7?
They will have to deal with lap traffic. I believe that is Juan Garcia that's up there, so that could be a factor. But Wong dives into the inside, which is the preferred lane. I don't believe he has a lead win this season.
He does not. Jonathan Wong has one Indy Lights win from this year, but other than that, winless in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. And once again, Elijah Gordon, the highest chase driver in the field. Oh, but he's got to be a little careful here. These guys are racing quite edgily through turn number 1. Thankfully, they have not wrecked during this green flag run. But I'm telling you, Elijah Gordon is just slicing through these guys like a hot knife through butter. He is now up to the 4th position. That would be his 4th straight top 5 in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. His 4 straight races, he's the highest chase driver. And this time, he's miles ahead of all those guys he's trying to get in the points. However, here comes JoJo Carter to the inside. Oh, Garlington in the 13. Oh, boy, you know, I mean, it's only happened 3 times today, but still, I want to watch for it every time a situation like that occurs. And Gordon now stuck on the outside. Here comes Christian Vargas. Vargas is in the top 10. He was stopped on the racetrack on lap 2 of the race, and now here he is, and these guys are coming down. And they could not make it. Justin Roberts burned the gas, but everybody's going to have to come down here. And this thing is far from over. JoJo Carter takes the lead away in the 26.
And this could actually play well for Diego Gapez. He had to come back down, and if all these guys have to pit, he will be in a prime position to win this race.
Maybe. He came down 1 lap later than everybody there. Does he have enough gas in the tank? I mean, they did not put any gas in the tank that last time. I can tell you that much. At least those guys did not. And you know what? I'm thinking these guys might have, because they're staying out there an extra lap. So it's JoJo Carter, Cameron Garlington, Christian Vargas, Elijah Gordon. Hello, Jesse Turner, up in the 5th position.
NRLOA Motorsports back in where they belong.
Oh boy!
That was close.
Elijah Gordon almost getting into Christian Vargas, our last winner. Oh, and a bit of contact there between Gordon and Vargas. And Vargas is going to fall back a little bit. McMillan. How about Fitzwater's up here in the top 10 now? There's Cody Sill, Jake Jefferson, Nicholas Samadio. Gratton is 11th. Stuart Gratton is in 11th position right now. And you know what? He's still going to be within 60 points. How about that for Stuart Gratton? Able to find himself in a position where he doesn't lose too much on Elijah Gordon heading into Phoenix. Cameron Garlington closing in on JoJo Carter with 5 to go here at Rockingham.
This is definitely going to be interesting to see if these guys do come down in pit.
I don't think they will. I think it was just those few guys who went on an odd strategy and had to come down there. But you see Gratton, they're all staying out here, so I think they're good to go to the end. JoJo Carter, he's got himself 4 laps to go. He's got to be careful with Josh Crash right here. And he will clear him. Darlington trying to close in as Josh Crash holds up the 26. Elijah Gordon trying to close in here. Jesse Turner will like to get around the 06 of Christian Vargas and have a shot at victory here at Rockingham. There he goes to the inside. He's got his teammate McMillan behind him there in the 75. And here we go. Darlington is right behind the 26 here. Bit of contact there between Carter and Crash. And that 85 is holding up the 26 quite a bit here. Darlington can drive right by. He might make it 3 wide. We'll have to see if he does. There goes Carter. Here comes Garlington. Garlington in the 13, staying right in the draft of the 26 as Elijah Gordon is closing in here. It's Turner and Zachary Fitzwater now the top 5 here, and Garlington now stuck to the inside of Josh Crash as JoJo Carter pulls away just a little bit. Garlington trying to drive by the 85. Can't quite do it yet. I think the 26 is going to hit his teammate, Juan Garcia. And Elijah Gordon might hit Cameron Garlington. And JoJo Carter pulls away with 2 laps to go at the Rock.
This is JoJo Carter's race to lose. Elijah Gordon makes it 3 wide, just about. That was close.
He almost got into Garlington. Fortunately, he didn't. I think Garlington will stay ahead of the 5. And we'll have to see if JoJo Carter gets held up by his teammate. Because I think he's going to catch him right here. Oh, and Elijah Gordon almost wrecked it. I'm telling you, he's almost wrecked a couple of times throughout this entire chase. It would have taken him out of contention. He's not going to get 3rd. He wants to get every point he can on Gratton. Gratton's closing in fast. Gratton is 9th right now. White flag, however, for JoJo Carter. Jordan Carter in the 26. And I think he's going to get it, only unless he wrecks with his teammate. That would definitely be a very unfortunate incident for Donovan Dufit's team. I don't think it's going to happen. Carter's going to drive by, and after all of that, the Sharpie machine of JoJo Carter is going to come through turn number 4 and win the Motor Racing Outrage 401 at Rockingham. Oh my goodness.
That was a doozy.
Cameron Garlington's 2nd. If it weren't for Josh Crash, he might have gotten to him. Elijah Gordon, once again, the highest chase driver in the field. But get this, guys, it's only going to be 55 ahead of Gratton. He cannot shake Gratton off. Gratton finished 8th in this race. I'm telling you, like I said, Gratton has not been doing anything wrong during this chase. He's been very good, very consistent. He's just not been able to beat Gordon. He still has a chance. But another thing that could happen at Phoenix is Elijah Gordon could clinch the championship. So watch out for that next weekend. But how about this good old surprise? Durek Motor Racing gets their first win of the season with JoJo Carter in the number 26. And he just happened to be in the right position when Roberts, Wong, and those guys came down. Brad Stover, Turner had to come down near the end there, I think, as well. My goodness, it keeps on happening to him. But my goodness, what a race. Jordan Carter getting the victory with Garlington, Gordon, Fitzwater, and Christian Vargas. 2nd straight top 5 for him. Elijah Gordon, though, 4th straight top 5. Yet he still hasn't clinched the championship. I'm telling you, Gratton, I have this feeling that Gratton's going to find some stupid way to win this thing. I'm probably wrong, but you never know. Homestead, we're not doing it like we have been where, the top 4 all start in that inside lane at Homestead. It's going to be a qualifying session for Homestead. Who knows where they're going to start at Homestead? Could be all over the place, but the other end of the story today, yeah, 26 guys finishing the race, meaning that 16 of them failed to finish. 16 in the garage here today. I think that breaks the record for the season, the most DNFs. Quite a Wreckfest day. Only 4 wrecks, but still quite a few of them here at Rockingham, but still a great race near the end. Jordan Carter with the win over Cameron Garlington and Elijah Gordon.
Definitely. This was a really good race. A little bit of a wreck fest, a little bit of a junkyard, especially in turns 1 and 2, but overall, great race, action-packed, Jordan Carter gets his first win of his career in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series.
He does. Great win for Jordan Carter. And one of the more surprise wins of the season, I'll tell you that much. Didn't really expect that one coming, but it happened. Garlington almost got it. Just couldn't do it, unfortunately. That's just the way it goes. Elijah Gordon's going to have a 55-point lead. Gratton's the only guy that can get it, I think, at this point. I think Yepez is too far behind. Given he finished 11th, but he's just going to lose enough. He's going to be 80-some points behind, and I think he might be mathematically out at this point because of that. It's a tough break for Diego Yepez, but it's not over yet. We got Phoenix, the Castrol 500K. It's Phoenix. A lot of crazy crap happens there, I can tell you that much. And then Homestead as well. I mean, if you see those races in past years, I mean, Homestead, I think is the prime example. You know, this is why Elijah Gordon's going for back-to-back championships. Trey Bartow was going to get that championship, but he got involved in the crash late in the going while he was the championship leader, and Elijah Gordon drove by and won it. Who knows? Karma might strike for Elijah Gordon. Just never know. It's going to be an interesting last couple of races here for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and I'm looking forward to see who gets it done here this season. Congratulations to Jordan Carter, by the way, on his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series victory. Great moment for him right there. Here are the point standings for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series Season number 7 after 28 races. Only 2 more weekends until we crown the champion. Phoenix and Homestead. It's going to be a great season to finish it out here. 2018. Thank you guys very much for watching. On behalf of Trey Wright, congratulations to Jordan Carter. And I will see you guys later.
Stuck in the moment, I'm lost in time. I'm not talking.